Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Get your strap on, get your waist trainer on, get your water drinking on, and get your workout on. Good morning, ladies. Okay, so this is a rerun of yesterday. I lost all my footage. Phone just tapped out on the girl. Tapped out on the girl. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Y'all start y'all day. Y'all start y'all getting strapped up. Y'all start getting your water bottles filled up. You get your minds ready because today we're gonna talk about making room for the mind. All right. All right. So when you make room in your mind, you have to get rid of, just like we did with our clothes, we got rid of the things that no longer serve a purpose in our life. Right? So you need to get rid of those thoughts that no longer serve a purpose in your life. And when I say no longer serve a purpose in your life, I mean no longer speaks life into you. It takes life out of you. It's negative thoughts. Thoughts that make you feel bad, make you feel discouraged, make you feel sad, right? You want to replace those with thoughts of how God sees you, who God created you to be. So you replace those negative thoughts. So just take them out. And it's not going to happen overnight. It is a process, but you have to put the work in because it's very necessary. Because our minds are powerful. They control how we think, how we make decisions. Because if you're upset, you're going to make a rational decision that's not positive for your life or where God is taking you. So it's very important that we pull up the weeds, right? Nobody wants weeds in their grass, right? So either you put something down to stop them from growing up with your grass, or either you get out there, you know what I'm saying, old school, and pull the weeds up because it's affecting your grass, right? You don't want the weeds there because it's affecting your grass. So you pull it up. You don't want those things to take root. And if they did decide to take root, you pull it up. You pull it up so that things can grow and flourish and manifest in your life that God has for you. And, you know, the enemy's biggest task here is to keep us from receiving what God has for us. The enemy knows what God has for us. The enemy knows what desires of our heart. And his, by any means necessary, to distract us, to keep our eyes off of God, to feel like God doesn't hear us, to feel like we just so deep into something. We're so deep down that we can't even get up. We can't even get up. The enemy wants to plant those seeds to make you stay lying down, to make you not even feel like you got the energy to even crawl to a door to knock. To make you feel like you're confined. And there's no way out. He wants to put all these thoughts in your head to make you drain, make you tired, right? I don't even got no energy to work out. It don't even matter. I don't even care. That's a lie. You do matter and you do care. But you tell yourself that because it hurts too bad to care when things ain't going the way you want it to go. So you tell yourself that. And you keep telling yourself that. And yourself keep believing that. So you keep laying there on the floor. Stagnant, not moving, complacent. I'm just going to accept it because it hurts too bad. I can't see how I can get out of this. But when you start replacing those thoughts with what God says about you, then you start seeing how God sees you. Then you're going to find some strength somewhere because you're going to look around, you're going to look down this ground and say, I don't belong here. I don't deserve this. I know you ain't creating me for this. I know my life is more valuable than this. But you have to work at it constantly every day. because it's comfortable getting stuck in a place and be comfortable there. For instance, these glasses. Remember I told y'all a couple of week, whatever, back, I had to get me some new glasses. Where my purple ones at? Right here. I could see out of them, but at nighttime when I was driving, I was like, oh, this dangerous, but if I'm at the house, in the daytime, I could see out of them, which I thought I could see. But when I put these bad boys on, I was like, whoa. Vision clear, 2020. But because I was so comfortable with these, and I never wear my glasses at night. But for whatever reason, I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't put on my contacts, but I had to get the kids something to eat. So that's why I had my glasses on. And that's when it was brought to my attention. And that's the same thing with your thought process. You're so used to that old lens until something is being brought to your attention. And that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing something to your attention that you need to work on making room in your mind for what God says about you, so you can see yourself 2020 vision in the new lenses. And no, I did not want to pay for the new lenses. But if I wanted to be safe, if I wanted my kids to be safe, if I wanted to see pride, if I didn't want to get headaches, if I wanted to better myself, I had to do what I had to do. That was a sacrifice. I had to make a sacrifice because I have very, very, my eyesight is not good. So these bad boys, this medicine up in here is not cheap. But I had to make a sacrifice. And the price on your life is not cheap. So whatever you got to do to sacrifice how you feel sometimes, because your emotions will lie, because the enemy will tell you some things that are a lie. You deserve it. Your kids deserve it. Your family deserves it. The lineage that's attached to you deserves it. But there's going to be times in your life where sometimes things going to come up against you from time to time. And it's going to feel like you can't get up, but you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to make room in your mind, change your mindset. Things are going to make you feel defeated. The enemy wants to make you feel defeated. The enemy does not want you to know how powerful you are. The enemy does not want you to know how powerful you are, because you're dangerous. When you find out who you are, when you know who you are, whose you are, you're dangerous. You're dangerous. You shift the atmosphere. God, you're going to attach to people that needs what you have, who needs your testimony, who needs your story. And it's going to cultivate their life, change their life, make them think different, make them see things different. It's like a domino effect. That's dangerous to the enemy, because he likes destruction. He likes to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what he want to do right here. He want to destroy this. He want to kill this. He want to destroy this, because if he could do that, he take control over everything. Our mind controls everything. When we blink, when we turn, our mind controls it all. When Daniel was in the lion den, he knew how valuable his life was. And guess what? Did the lion eat him? Nope. And some of y'all feel like y'all in the lion's den. I know I have had plenty of times in my life where I have felt like I was in the lion's den. But I ain't get swallowed up. I ain't get chewed up. I ain't get bit. I ain't get nothing. But it's just the fact of knowing, the fear of knowing that you're in the lion's den and then you don't know what the lion gonna do to you. It's the fear of it that shocks you, that freezes you, that embraces you with that fear. But God sent an angel to shut the mouth of the lion. And is no different from your lion's den. But the enemy up here, you got to remember what God says about you. You are victorious. You are a winner. You are more than a conqueror. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God created you exactly how you're supposed to be. But see, along the way, we forget who we are. So when God takes us through these journeys in life, God is reminding you who you are, whose you are, what you're made of, what's inside of you, how strong you are, how smart you are, how powerful you are. Because you got to overcome these things. And you don't have to do it by yourself. Daniel didn't overcome being in that lion's den not getting eaten. He didn't do that. Yeah, he was strong and he was a great warrior. But he ain't shut the mouth for the lion. God did that for him. And he knew that. And he knew that. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The fiery furnace, 7 times fire. Some of y'all feel like y'all in the fire. Believe me, I know. I've been there. And as I continue life, I may feel like I'm there again. But what I'm saying is, the King Nazarbar, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but y'all know who I'm talking about, who ordered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. He wanted to come down there because he see, whatever you do, whatever you're going through, the enemy is making you feel like it's bigger than God. Because see, he thought he was bigger than God, right? So I'm about to burn y'all up. Because you ain't gonna do what I ask you. You ain't kneeling to me. This. So y'all gonna get in the fire first. Let's see how this gonna work. But see, when he came down there to observe, he wanted to watch him burn. Maybe you feel like some people or some situations want to watch you burn. But when he got down there, he noticed it wasn't just 3 people, it was 4 people. It wasn't just 3 people, it was 4 people. See, they were not in that fiery furnace alone. Just like your fiery furnace, you ain't in there by yourself. But the enemy will make you create so much fear. Because he wants you to stay laying down on that ground. He wants you to stay. He don't want you to get up. He don't want you to move. He's going to try everything in his power. It's like he tried everything in his power to keep me from coming on here every morning. But see, I know how important it is because I know God is strategic. I know that everybody that's in this group is here for a reason. God is strategic. So I know we all are here to better ourselves. Because there's a shift going on. And the enemy's scared. He don't like when a bunch of women get together and do some things. Because we are powerful. You are powerful. But anyway, back to the fiery furnace. He noticed there was a 4th person in the furnace with 3 boys. Right? And he noticed, see, the enemy noticed, just like our enemy noticed, he knows we're not in this by ourselves. but he'll try to make you feel like you alone. Nobody understand. Ain't no way out. I don't know what to do. Get you all depressed, get you all sad, get your emotions all tied up, get you all stuck so you can't move. But I'm here this morning to tell you that it's time to move, it's time to get up, because God got something for you. But you got to go through the process. You got to trust the process. You got to trust God just like they trusted God. He sent his son in the fiery furnace for them. He opened up a door. He opened it up so they could get out. When they came out, they ain't smelled like smoke. They weren't burnt. They weren't nothing. But their enemies were. Their enemies were the one who were burned. You're not defeated. 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 You are victorious. You are more than a conqueror. More than, bigger than, more than a conqueror. Y'all know I like my definitions. I ain't say that. First of all, before I get into this definition, I ain't say that. God said that. God said that you are more than a conqueror. I'm more than a conqueror. I ain't no better than you. Conqueror. A person who conquers a place or people. So whatever lion's den you in, whatever fiery furnace you're in, I don't know if it's about a place or it's with people. Excuse me. It's already done. It's already done. But you gotta switch that mindset. You gotta empty out the things that tell you that you're losing, that you just need to stop, that you tired, that you depressed, that you sad. Replace those thoughts. I am victorious. I am prosperous. I'm engulfed in peace and joy. God is my strength. God is my refuge. When you can't be it, God gonna be it for you. You just gotta lay it at his feet. Because it's distracting you trying to hold on to stuff that you just need to go ahead and turn over to God, because God is going to be your strength when you're weak, when you can't figure out how you move. Just turn it over and get up. Get up and move. Just start taking steps. One who wins, conquer. I'm still on conqueror. One who wins, overcome adversary. You will not lose. You will not lose, but you got to make a decision to move. You got to get up out that place. You got to get up out that place. You got to replace your mindset. You got to get rid of those thoughts that's making you stay in that place, that's keeping you bound, that's keeping you from receiving what God has for you. You got to get up and you got to get out that place. I don't care if it's one toe at a time, one wiggle. Move. 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 Because guess what? Faith without works is dead. God wants to restore you. God is going to restore you. He's going to give you back everything that you lost, if it's necessary for the mandate that he has on your life. If it's necessary for the purpose, for the calling, he's going to restore it. You're going to get it back. So don't keep sitting there wishing, thinking. You know, sometimes you stay in your mind too long. You think too much. You just think too much. And you just start making all these role plays in your mind. Trust God. Trust the process. Because God is going to restore everything you lost. Anything that you need, you're going to get it back. But you got to start moving. Put in the work. Put in the work. What are your expectations for yourself? You know, it's easy to, we always got some expectations for somebody, don't we? You expect your kids to do this. You expect your boyfriend to do that. You expect your husband to do this. You expect the principal to do that. You expect the teacher to do this. You expect the president to do that. What expectations do you have on yourself? What expectations do you have on yourself? Because just like you have expectation on somebody else, you want them to meet those expectations, right? If they find a issue in a way to meet those expectations, you're going to help them try to figure it out because you want them expectations met. Why you can't do that for yourself? It starts here. What are you telling yourself? What are you pouring into yourself? What affirmations are you speaking over yourself? What are you saying to yourself? Are you believing the lies or are you believing what God says about you? Well, you say, but I've been praying. I've been believing in change. Ain't that happen? Ain't that happen? You've been praying and you've been believing, but have you been working? Have you been moving? Faith without works is dead. Because see, God planted something. God planted a seed down on the inside of all of us. Now, all of our seeds are going to produce different fruit. All of our seeds are going to grow at different rates. But each and every one of us, God planted a seed down inside of us. And you got to water the seed. The soil needs to be wet. That's you praying over the seed, praying over your life, speaking life into yourself. You got to give the seed some sun. It needs sun to grow. Activating it. You need to activate so that thing can grow. And I know sometimes it's hard to see when it's nothing to see, Jesus. I know it's hard to see when it ain't nothing to see. Believe me, I know. But you know that if you go down to the store and you buy you some seed and you buy you some soil and you plant it in a pot, you know you planted something. Shakira's may sprout out before yours. Tiffany's may sprout out before yours. Don't stop watering your seed. Don't give up on yourself. Don't stop watering the seed. You keep watering that seed. You keep that seed in that sunlight. If you need to take that seed and that pot and that soil outside, if you got to do something different, sometimes you got to do something different. Because see, Shakira and Tiffany, they may have a little bit more experience with potting and planting and growing. So you may have to do something different. And most of the time, when you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. So you're going to take that pot of soil and those seeds out the window in the backyard. Maybe it's too much shade in your backyard where you got it in the window facing your backyard. So you go and you take that plant pot and the soil and them seeds and you put it in the window in the front with all the light coming in. But you got to do something different. But you got to move. And you got to keep watering. And you got to keep it in that sun. because you're going to see the fruits of your labor. Don't give up and stop watering it. Don't say, just forget it. I guess I just don't know how to plant. Because when it's be those times when you don't know it's about to sprout up. And you just said, bump it. I don't even know why I even thought about planting some tomatoes anyway. I just go keep wasting my money buying them at the store. That's what the enemy wants you to do. But we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We shifting the atmosphere. We making room in our minds. We making room in our minds. That's what we doing. We making room in our minds. Don't put your plant pot under the sink in the bathroom. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on you. Right? Just when you least expect it, you're gonna get a win from God. I'm telling you, just don't faint, just keep moving, just keep working at replacing those thoughts and making room for what God has for you, what God says about you. You say sometimes God gives you what you need instead of what you want or what you've been expecting. Ain't no different from when our kids want some McDonald's. And we like, they done had too much McDonald's, right? Even though you may not feel like cooking or whatever, you like, these kids need some vegetables. That ain't what they wanted, but you ain't hurting them. You giving them what they need. They need some vegetables. But they don't see that. They don't want to see that because all they want is some chicken nuggets. Some chicken nuggets. So they in their feelings a little bit. But that just is no different from God. He loves us just how we love our kids. But just because it don't, the green beans ain't the chicken nuggets or the French fries, don't mean they don't need to eat it. They need to eat it because it's good for them. They need to put some nutritional stuff in their body and not process stuff all the time. It's no different. Take that negative processed stuff out your mind. Make room for those vegetables, stuff that's good for you. That's good for your body. It's good for your mind. It's good for your soul. Trust God. Trust the process. Let God mold you. When we start making something, anybody ever made a painting and you was like, I don't know, or made a meal, or you made something, but when you started out, it ain't look nothing like what it looked like on Pinterest. Now you like, hold on now, did I miss a step? But if you just keep on following the directions, no matter what it look like, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out when it's finished, the finished product. You're gonna say, oh. But as you doing it, you're gonna be like, I don't know. For instance, remember De'Ara got her prom dress made. I had sent it to Columbus or whatever so that she could go get fitted. Oh, she FaceTimed me when I say bawling tears, crying. Oh, this ain't it. It don't look like what I envisioned. Oh, this is just straight. It's straight. It don't hug my curves. And it's just not it. It's not it. It's not it. Oh. She was so upset. And boy, it was the funniest. I was like, girl, let her do what she do. She know what she doing. But see, she had to get the right measurements. You know what I'm saying? It was just the beginning. So it looked like a box, like a sack of potatoes, like a bag. But see, De'Ara wasn't the bitch. She told her what she wants, showed her what she wants, but she wasn't the one creating it. So she didn't know all that went into the creating to get this finishing result of this beautiful dress. She didn't know that she had to tack it here and cut it there and stitch it here and flip it and swing it and whatever she had to do. But when she was finished with the dress, it was more than what she expected. And when God finished with you, it's going to be exceedingly above what you expected. Watch. Just do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Get up. Do something different. Push yourself. I promise you, you're going to be glad you did. I promise you, you're going to be glad you did. You're going to find out something about yourself that you ain't even know that you had inside yourself. You're going to find some things out about yourself. See, this journey takes you that we have to go through. God is showing us some things. He's revealing some things to us. He's molding us. Where he say, oh, if I would have did this different, or if I would have did that different, maybe I wouldn't be in this situation now. And let it go. Let it go. It's bearing no fruit in your present that you're going to produce in your future. Let it go. Stop looking back like Lot's wife did. Stay focused. Stop worrying about what's going on back there, what happened back there. She turned into a pillar of salt. Let it go. If you need it, God will restore it. You will have it. Stop tormenting yourself. Stop allowing the enemy to do that to you. Stop it. Replace those thoughts with what's going right now in the present. God, what do you want me to do? Which way do you want me to go? Right now. Right now. The past can't help you. The past is not going to bear any fruit going to bear anything in this present day and time that's going to produce fruit in your future. If you need it, God is going to restore it. Ain't nothing you can do. So you say, nothing good ever happens to me. I always get the short end of the stick. Yeah, because that's what you're speaking over your life. Start speaking life over you. Things that's going to bear fruit, that's going to prosper you. I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender and not a borrower. When you say it with your chest. Like the little comedian Kevin Hart. Say it with your chest. Say it like you mean it. I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender and not a borrower. I don't care if you don't see nothing growing out the soil. Keep watering it. Keep putting it in the sun. Keep letting it get sun. Life and death lies in the power of your tongue. You have to rid of those negative thoughts, those negative things you're used to speaking over your life and not even really saying it is habit. But pay attention. Evaluate yourself. That's why I say get up in the morning when it's quiet. So you can take time and evaluate yourself. Just like when you go to the store, you looking at the price. Okay, let me see what they got in this. Is it worth my money? Am I going to buy? Evaluate yourself. Make sure when you walking out that door in the morning, you walking out victorious. I don't care what comes at you because you're more than a conqueror. You are the head and not the tail. You are a lender and not a borrower. I don't care if you walk past that pot and ain't nothing coming out. You still water it. You still leave it in the sun. I'm sad. I'm hurt. I'm tired. Ask God to give you strength. God, heal me. Give me strength, God. God, heal me. Give me strength. Give me peace beyond my understanding. That's like one of my favorite prayers. Because you ain't always, ain't got to be nothing fancy. Just cry out, tell him what you need. I'm confused right now. I'm hurt right now. I'm sad right now. I need you. Because God is going to be your strength. But you gotta turn those things over to God. Allow God to be your strength. God is showing you how to trust him. Lay those things on the altar. Give it over to God. He will be your strength. You gotta learn how to let God, you gotta learn how to let God be your strength. It's not about the load that you tote, it's how you tote that load. It's not about the load that you tote, it's how you tote that load. And a lot of us are toting things that we need to be handing over to God. You don't need unnecessary toting. Because the battle is not yours. You gotta remember that. Daniel, God sent angel, closed the lion's mouth. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, he sent his son. The battle is not yours. God is with you. Don't think that because things may be hard, or don't think that because things may be difficult, or don't think that because you feeling stuck that God is not with you. God is preparing you. God is molding you. But you have to trust him. You have to trust the process. I'm lonely. God, I need you to comfort me. Put your arms around me. You say, how in the world could that happen? I'm telling you. A covering will come over you that comforts you so much. Is amazing. It's amazing. God is isolating you at that time when you're feeling like that. He wants you to work on you. See, everything that we go through is God is preparing us. It's not a punishment or we did something wrong or I just don't deserve. No, that's what the enemy wants you to feel. That's what the enemy wants you to think. That's a lie. That's why it's very important that you rid those things out of your mind. You make room for the things that God says about you. You make room for the truth. I'm confused. God, my footsteps. God, my path, lead the way. I need you because I don't even know what to do. I'm just confused. I'm lost. I need you to help me. Guide me, Lord. Guide my footsteps. Lead the way. I can't do. I'm up. I give up. I need you. And this time, God is building you in his relationship. He's training you to hear his voice, to decipher his voice from the voice of the enemy, from the voice of counterfeits. He's training you to hear his voice. Because at this point, you don't know what to do but turn to God. Because look, so we so busy trying to do everything on our own, trying to figure it out, you know? But that's God, you and God building y'all relationship. Y'all building y'all relationship. Y'all about to get tight because you know what I'm saying? You need help. So you're going to be spending a lot of more time with God so you can hear him, so you can decipher his voice. I've been having faith, praying, fasting, putting the work in, and ain't nothing happening. Been doing that. Ain't nothing spread up out that pot. It's already done. In the spiritual realm, it's already done. But God is teaching you patience. God is teaching you to trust him. God is showing him that his time is immaculate. Because see, God is going to get the glory from all this. Ain't about you. Ain't about what you did. And, ain't about what your boo did for you. God is going to get all the glory. God is going to get all the glory. And if you ever felt like, God just be like pouring down blessings. I got enough blessings. I got enough blessings. Woo, woo, woo. And then stuff just start happening, just start unwinding. That's God teaching you humility. Humility. Because see, when you get to where God is taking you, you got to remember, you ain't do this. Are you going to remember who did this? Are you going to tell the story? Are you going to give the testimonies of who did this? Who brought you out? Who turned your life around? When you was down on your last? When you ain't know how you was going to make it, how you was going to get out that situation? When you tell the story about it, are you going to give the testimony right? God is teaching you teaching you about humility. Ain't no big heads around here. You ain't no better than nobody else around here. You just made it by the skin of your teeth just like another person did. So that's what that's about. So make sure when you get those blessings that you are acknowledging. You're not getting the big head. Because God will snatch some things from you. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I know it's long, but this is much needed, and God is equipping you for where He's taking you. He's preparing you for what you have been praying for. God is equipping you. So as you go through these different journeys and these different trials and tribulations, just know that you are a winner. You are more than a conqueror. You are victorious. You are the head and not the tail. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. But you do have to do things different to get a different result. Because the pruning may not feel good when you're doing the cutting back. But it's necessary. And if you trust God, and if you really listen to what I'm saying, and you make an effort to make room in your mind for what God says about you. Make an effort to take the time out to love yourself enough to evaluate yourself. I love you so much that I get up extra early in the morning. Earlier than I would if I was not coming on here doing these videos. I be tired, but I get up. 5 o'clock my alarm set. So I could go ahead and get my prayer time in, get my shower, even though my hair is tied up. I'm clean, y'all. My teeth is brushed. But I love y'all so much. And I just want y'all to know that is something on the other side. And I want y'all to receive the desires of your heart. I want y'all to receive everything that God has for y'all. To the point that I get up extra early for you. So I can make time to pour into you. Because I know how amazing you are. I know how valuable you are. And I want you to see that about yourself. So I want you to push yourself. I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to get up when you feel like you can't move. You just ask God for strength because He'll give it to you. I want you to expand your territory, because it's something that God is doing in all of our lives. And I just want you to see it. So I pray for provision. And I pray that you learn how to love yourself enough to push yourself past your comfort zone. Push yourself out of being complacent. Push yourself to get up early enough in the morning to evaluate yourself. Check yourself. Correct yourself. Know that when you walk in every step that you're taking, God is right there with you. So you just need to refocus your energy. And when I say refocus your energy, I mean when you're dealing with something, don't focus on what you're dealing with that's making you feel bad, that's making you feel sad. I know you say, but how can I think about something else? You refocus your energy. You may like to cook, you may like to draw, you may like to paint, you may like to decorate, you may like to read, you may like to write. Whatever it is that brings you joy, refocus it. For instance, you like to cook. Get into your mind. Get into your imagination. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create me a cookbook. So you say, if I was to create me a cookbook, what would the name of my cookbook be? So then your mind is wondering, like, what would my cookbook be? Okay, so what meals would I like to make? Would I like to make quick meals for single people, so that way they won't get bored with the same thing and they won't waste a lot of money eating out? Or would I make meals that are good for single parents, that are quick, but yet that are nutritious? What would I do? So you're refocusing on something positive. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of what you're dealing with. You're shifting your energy. Okay? For instance, when I'm dealing with stuff or whatever, and it's just like, because you just don't have control over everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have control over people. You don't have control over circumstances, right? So why are you going to sit there and stress yourself out over something you don't have control over? Pray about it. Continue to pray about it. Continue to trust God about it, and refocus your energy. So what I do is I have a big imagination. I am a visionary. So I get into, all right, what we doing next in the business? Boop, boop, boop. Planning stuff out. I got my little board. I'm writing stuff on. I'm studying. I'm pouring into my business. I'm pouring into myself. Whatever it is that I'm doing at that time, that's what I'm pouring in. Whether I'm writing poetry, whether I'm adding on to a book, whatever it is, I'm focusing on refocusing my energy on what's going to bear fruit. And I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and get off here because I did not mean to be on here this long. I am so sorry. All right. Anyway, remember, the strategy of the enemy at any cost is to get you stuck. Get you from looking away from God. Get you from doubting God. Get you from doubting your future, the mandate on your life, your purpose, your goal. Get you to doubt, disbelief. Sad, kill, steal, and destroy. Your dreams, your promises, your goals. That's his job. We're not about to let him do that. He ain't doing it. Ain't gonna do it. Because you are more than a conqueror. You are a winner and you are victorious. Remember this. White Men Can't Jump. Years ago, I used to watch it when I was younger. And Rosie Perez, when guys should talk. She was like, Billy, sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. Okay, Billy? I don't know if y'all watched that, but I never understood that. I was like, what is she talking about? Sometimes when you win, you really lose. And sometimes when you lose, you really win. I just didn't get it, but I don't know why that stuck in my head. Like, it just stuck in my head. But as I matured and became older, whatever, I get it. It's all about perspective. It's all about how you see yourself. Because see, the world can be seeing you as, she lost, she ain't got this, she ain't got that. But they don't know where you come from. So you grateful, you blessed, you're highly favored, and you already know that the things in the spiritual realm and God's timing, it's going to start pouring down on you. But it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective, how you see yourself. And God sees you as a winner, regardless of what it looks like. Whether you think that you're losing, you're a winner. All right? I love y'all. Y'all enjoy your day. I want to see y'all checking in. Where y'all at? I want to see y'all pushing yourself. Next week, hey, 5 minutes. Extra 5 minutes in working out. Extra 10 minutes in working out. Extra hour of waist training. Extra bottle of water. You can do it. I know you can do it. I done seen you did it. Whatever is distracting you, it is deceiving the fact that you need to be pushing yourself. Is causing a deception that you don't really need to push yourself. So let's get to it. All right? Y'all have a good day. I love y'all. And remember, girl, go get her. Mwah.